अस्सलामुअलैकुम। हमारी बॉडी में मौजूद ब्लड हमारी सर्वाइवल के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। नाक के ज़रिए हम जो एयर इनहेल करते हैं ऑक्सीजन, सो ब्लड के साथ मिक्स होकर हमारे बॉडी में सप्लाई करती है, जिससे हमारी बॉडी को एनर्जी मिलती है। इसके अलावा हमारा बॉडी में जो भी ग्लैंड प्रेजेंस है, हार्मोन सीक्रेट करती है, एंजाइम सीक्रेट करती है, सब ब्लड के साथ मिक्स होके पूरा बॉडी में सप्लाई करती है। सो हमारा बॉडी में जो भी ब्लड वेसल्स में एंजाइम्स एंड हार्मोन्स न्यूट्रिएंट मिक्स होती है, वो ब्लड वेसल के थ्रू पूरा बॉडी में सप्लाई करती हैं। एंड हमारा बॉडी में जो भी वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस होती है, तो एक्सक्रीट होने में ब्लड वेसल्स एंड ब्लड बहुत अहम रोल प्ले करती है। प्रोसेस जो सिस्टम करती है, उस सिस्टम को सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम कहा जाता है। In this video we will see how many organs together form circulatory system and what are the associated organs helps in circulation. Circulatory system, also called cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system was composed of the words cardio and vascular. Cardio means heart and vascular means blood vessels. So heart and blood vessel together form cardiovascular system. Heart is the main organ in circulatory system which pump the blood throughout the body through the blood vessel and receive the blood from the body through the blood vessels. In between two lungs, heart is present slightly at the left side. If we see the structure of heart is a muscular organ and composed of four portions called chambers. So, two chambers are present in upper portion and two chambers present in lower portion. Upper two chambers called atrium and lower two chambers are called ventricles. For the proper movement of blood inside the chamber, there are four valves present inside the fourth chamber, named as aortic valve, pulmonary valve, bicuspid valve or mitral valve, and tricuspid valve. In the whole body, deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium. From the right atrium, blood moves to the right ventricle through a valve called tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve not only connect the right atrium to right ventricle, it also prevents the backflow of blood to the right atrium from the right ventricle. Blood from right ventricle enters into the pulmonary artery via the pulmonary valve and enters into the lungs. In the lungs, blood mixes with oxygen and then enters into the left atrium via pulmonary vein. Valve present in between left atrium and left ventricle called the mitral valve or bicuspid valve. It connects the left atrium and left ventricle and also prevent the backflow of blood from left ventricle to left atrium. So like that, blood coming from the lungs enters into the left atrium, from left atrium enters into the left ventricle, from the left ventricle blood enters into the aorta via the aortic valve and supply throughout the body. So our heart almost beats 72 times per minute. So one beats called one cardiac cycle. In one cardiac cycle, heart contracts one time and relax one time. During the heart contraction, blood pump from the left ventricle and deliver to the body tissue. And during the relaxation, blood coming from the body tissue and flow to the left ventricle. This one contraction and relaxation called one cardiac cycle and called one heartbeat. Before discussing the blood flow from the heart to the body parts, we should discuss about the second part of circulatory system called vascular system. Vascular system is a tubular network present in our body which helps in blood transportations called vascular system, which include arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries carries oxygenated blood from the heart to the body parts and the vein carries deoxygenated blood from the body parts to the heart. Like that, a smaller tubular structure called the capillaries which helps in transport of the blood to the cells and organ and receive deoxygenated blood. In our blood has an important protein called the hemoglobin which carries oxygen. So blood flow from lungs to heart and from heart to whole body parts called oxygenated blood. our heart pumps at that time, oxygenated blood from left ventricle flow to the large arteries called aorta. So we can say arteries carries oxygenated blood to the body. And from the arteries blood enters into the capillaries, and from the capillaries blood transferred to the body's organ and tissue. When blood reaches to the body tissue, at that time hemoglobin releases the oxygens to the cells, and then hemoglobin receives the carbon dioxide from the cells and moves and enters into the vein. Since here oxygen not present, that's why it is called deoxygenated blood. So we can say vein carries deoxygenated blood. From the upper part of body like head, neck, shoulders, hands, which vein carries deoxygenated blood to the heart is called superior vena cava. And from the lower portions of the body like abdomen, pelvis, legs, which vein carries deoxygenated blood to the heart is called inferior vena cava. So these two vena cava directly opened into the right atrium, so deoxygenated blood directly enters into the right atrium. If we see, then we can say that the one large artery carries oxygenated blood called aorta, and two large vein carries deoxygenated blood to the heart called the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Except that we can see here that the in one side of heart deoxygenated blood flows from the heart to the lungs, and another side oxygenated blood flows and flow to the whole body parts. So in heart there is two circulations happen at a time. In our body there are four major important blood components called plasma, white blood cells, red blood cells and platelets. And also blood carries so many chemicals, oxygen, nutrients, vitamins, protein, antibodies carries to the cells. In the coming videos we will discuss about the blood component and functions of the blood. Thank you.